The NBA trade season is in full effect and there are many teams in need of some new pieces. Teams chasing contention and teams at the bottom of the barrel may all be looking to make some moves in the coming weeks. I have a few teams in mind that I think should be prioritizing making a trade, so without further ado, let's get straight to the video. The first team that in my opinion should be making a move is the Toronto Raptors. They are currently 20-27 and are 12th in the East and have struggled to get over the hump despite their well above average roster. There's been many rumors of the team moving on from OG Anunoby, and although that is a possibility, I think getting a guard to improve their depth and starting lineup should be a priority. Guys like Jordan Clarkson, Saddiq Bey, and someone minor like Peyton Pritchard could all work well for Toronto. In this first trade, I have them sending Gary Trent and a first-round pick for Jordan Clarkson. In this next trade, I have the Pistons sending Saddiq Bey and Alec Burks for Trent Jr. and a first-round pick. Both of these moves give star Pascal Siakam one of his best scoring second options that he currently doesn't have right now. The next team is the Portland Trailblazers. Portland is currently 21-24 and have been underperforming after expecting a big year following the acquisition of Jeremy Grant this offseason. Although they do not have many big money deals on their roster that they'd be willing to give up, I think that their biggest need is a two-way forward next to Dame and Simons, and that is very realistic to get one. Josh Hart is in both trades due to his salary, but in this first one for OG Anunoby, Portland is sending 2 first-round picks due to him having 3 years left in his deal, and only 1 first-round pick to Washington for Kuzma since this is the last year on his deal. And an honorable mention to Harrison Barnes if the Kings decide to trade him due to his expiring deal. All of these players add a defensive element and shot-making ability to a Portland team that desperately needs help. Next, I have the Phoenix Suns. The Suns are 23-24 and 10th in the West and have been killed by injuries to the superstar backcourt of Chris Paul and Devin Booker. Many people, including myself, think that their championship window is closed after just making the finals a few years ago. I believe that by trading for a borderline primary scorer or athletic shot creator, that window could be open again. The first trade I have in mind is sending Jay Crowder, Cam Johnson, and a first-round pick for Kyle Kuzma. The second trade is one of my favorites where they send Jay Crowder, Cam Johnson, Landry Shamet, a first and a second to Utah for Jordan Clarkson and Malik Beasley. Some other options I think the Suns could consider would be OG Anunoby, Gary Trent, and Cam Reddish. Phoenix desperately needs another scorer to keep them afloat while Booker and Paul get back from their injuries, and once they ultimately come back, they will provide a much-needed boost for their playoff push. The next team is the Los Angeles Clippers. The Clippers are 24-24 and have also been underperforming after being deemed as finals contenders at the start of the year. They have gone through injuries as Kawhi is still getting up to speed after a torn ACL and Paul George has been battling hamstring issues. Their biggest need is a point guard or a better center, and these trades give them just that. This first trade is Reggie Jackson and Robert Covington to the Jazz for Mike Conley. The next trade is one that has been rumored for multiple years as they get Miles Turner and TJ McConnell for Marcus Morris, Ivica Zubac, and a first-round pick. Both of these trades fill the needs that this team currently has and will greatly improve their chances in the wide-open Western Conference. The last team that I believe needs to give their stars some help is the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers are 21-25 and 13th in the West despite having LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook. Although they have battled injuries, even as a fully healthy team, they lack talent on the wing and shooters around LeBron. The most realistic trade for them if they were to make a deal could be this Buddy Hield deal where they send Patrick Beverley, Kendrick Nunn, a 2027 first-round pick, and a 2023 second. The Lakers don't have much flexibility contract-wise due to their large salaries and have stated their resistance in trading away their future first-round picks, so getting a trade done before the deadline could be very difficult for them. I don't expect them to trade Westbrook as he has excelled in his role off the bench. Some other targets for them could be Eric Gordon, Cam Reddish, and Josh Richardson. So after discussing the teams that should make a deal to improve their current situations, here are teams that I expect will make trades this upcoming deadline. I think the Boston Celtics will add a big man to give them a third center behind Robert Williams and Al Horford. My favorite option is Jared Vanderbilt, but some other most likely options include Jakob Poeltl and Mo Bamba. I expect the Warriors to also get a big man at the deadline. After Kevon Looney, Golden State has no other true center and they have gotten killed on the glass in many games this season. The best options for them will be Jakob Poeltl or Mike Muscala. Next, I think this is finally the year that the Atlanta Hawks move on from John Collins. He has been rumored to be traded for the past few years after signing a 5-year, $125 million extension in 2021. I think that is a huge overpay for, in my opinion, an average player in the NBA. I see his most likely landing spot as the Kings, Mavs, Heat, and Suns. The last team that I see making the trade is the Miami Heat. I think point guard is a position they will look to upgrade, and a great option will be Mike Conley or D'Angelo Russell. Trade season in the NBA is heating up and expect to see some moves in the upcoming weeks. That'll do it for this video. Appreciate y'all for watching and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.